Yep.
So last week, YouTube announced that they were going to change the way that short views are calculated. And now they've actually done it. This is what happened. This is an hourly graph of the real-time shorts views on the vidIQ channel for March the 30th. It has the usual peak and trough of the day that you might expect. But this is what happened at midnight on March the 31st. From 1 hour to the next, views literally jumped from around about 2,700 to 4,800. That is a 77% increase in shorts views from 1 hour to the next. And this trend continued for the rest of the day. And when you stretch all of that out over a 24-hour period, this is what it looks like. On March the 30th, the vidIQ channel got 73,000 shorts views. But on March the 31st, the channel got 123,891 views. An increase of 69%. And just as a comparison, these are the real-time stats for the long-form videos on the vidIQ channel, and these are the real-time stats for the shorts views on the channel over the same time period. And finally, for the channel as a whole from one day to the next, we got 133,465 views on March the 30th and 187,250 views on March the 31st. An increase of 40% for the channel. And this is where I need to be really clear about something. On neither of those days did we publish any sort of content on the channel, so these numbers are not tainted by new video releases. From one day to the next, our YouTube Shorts views simply skyrocketed, like everybody else's. From big channels moving hundreds of thousands of Shorts views per day, to the smallest channels on YouTube getting barely 100 views per day, everybody is seeing a Shorts uplift. While all this is very interesting, what happened to the way that Shorts views used to be calculated? Well, let me introduce you to something called engaged Shorts views. This metric is somewhat buried away now in the advanced analytics of YouTube Studio. And as you can see, there's already a discrepancy developing between engaged views and views.
A big fan.
Comparison
I appreciate it.
views versus views, you can see that up until March the 30th, they were calculated exactly the same way.
I appreciate it more
And then,
because you're a
all
big
of
fan,
sudden,
not a small one.
You get a lot more views with the same amount of engaged views. And to confirm the difference, an engaged view is a YouTube short that has been watched for a certain number of seconds, whereas for a view, as long as a short is seen, the watch time of that short is irrelevant. It counts as a view. So you can see why you might get a lot more views than engaged views. And let's be honest about this. Who's going to spend tons of time delving into the advanced
Thank you, please do.
when YouTube is gifting us 70% more shorts views? You have read the small print, right? Because what you'll find is that the new way YouTube is calculating views will not directly impact the YouTube Partner Program eligibility and Shorts ad revenue sharing. They will both still be based on engaged views. And we can confirm that. Despite getting 69% more Shorts views between March the 30th and March the 31st, our revenue from those Shorts barely moved at all, because our engaged views didn't budge either. Yeah, you know what? Over the next couple of months, I think the YouTube customer support team are going to have some pretty interesting conversations.
Yeah, I like football. I used to like it more.
Monetization requirements.
It got a little bit watered down over the day. It's just, look,
As you might imagine,
honestly, referees made every sport bad. That's why every sport hard to watch nowadays. But yeah, I used to like Aaron Rodgers when he was on Green Bay with Devontae Adams, Jordan Nelson, and Randall Cobb. Oh my God.
Won't match the majority of your
But
opinions.
I digress.
More than 75% of
Clay
you
Matthews,
think this is a good
AJ
idea.
Hawk,
And the comment I'm reading most
Clint
is,
Dix.
especially
They had,
small
man,
players,
Clint, like, they had so many
more
good defensive players throughout the
than they
years.
were before. And it's quickly become a new source of motivation. So I guess if this does help you on your YouTube journey and ultimately makes you a better creator, and all the power to you for thinking that this is a good change. But allow me to say this. What if YouTube decided to make the following change as well? So you know on long-form YouTube videos you can change the playback speed to, let's say, double speed, 2x. Well, when it comes to the metrics, if you play a 10-minute video at double speed, you actually only earn 5 minutes of watch time because that's the real-world amount of time the viewer spent watching your video. Yeah, maybe you didn't know that, but it has been like that for absolute years.
It's
You
going
can see where I'm
to
going with this kind. Let's say that with just a few days' notice, YouTube decides, you know what, we're going to change the way watch time works. It's now going to match the video length, irrespective of playback speed. We'll keep the old way of tracking watch time, but we'll put that somewhere else and we'll call it engaged watch time. What this will likely do is increase the watch hours on your channel by up to 30 or 40% and boost your creator confidence no end. But just remember, only engaged watch time counts towards monetization. Now, wouldn't that be a very sudden and
I like
very
basketball.
confusing change that nobody asked for?
LeBron fan
You see
here.
my point?
Yes, he's still the GOAT.
On October 22nd, 2024, officers located a male in a park.
I tried to play football, but I didn't know the coach was the coach. And on the first day of school, I said, "Where did he had the biggest khakis on? Color Dulick. I was cooking them, whole classroom cooking. Had the whole class crying. I had people real life on their knees wheezing, and then like a week later, bad football trials came out. I'm like, oh, let me get on the team. He looked at me, smiled. You don't listen. You okay? I'm like, oh, yeah. He held that same energy, and then by the time, so he held that energy my freshman and sophomore year, junior year. I didn't even care about school no more. All right, man. It's a storm coming, so I might get off too. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm good. Because this storm looking worse and worse. Like, you probably can't hear it. But it don't sound too good out here. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man.